If you enjoy friends to lovers tropes, this is a good book for you. You are going to love it. It is by Amour. It is titled Ready to Love. It's 260 pages. It's available with Kindle Unlimited for the Kindle Unlimited hoochies like me who run and read books that are available on there. This book was very good. Mackenzie Mack and her best friend Trey, they done both been feeling each other for a minute. Okay, they both low key have been eyeballing each other, have been looking at each other on some, I don't want to ruin the relationship, but I also don't know how much longer I can hold back my feelings for you. Now, I've never been blessed enough to sit here and have that little dynamic with a friend. What I will say is this author executed this trope very well. Okay. What I absolutely love is this was very age appropriate. What do I mean by that? I mean, the kid wasn't 16 and 17 in his book popping cat harder than a stripper up out of a strip club in Miami on a night when it's like all the ballers in the club. When they were 16, 17 in this book, they were engaging with each other like they were 16 and 17. And I love that because sometimes it's a little awkward for me when I'm reading a book and the kids are like 15, 16, and they doing real inappropriate, spicy things already. But I thought that the author did a great job of showing and displaying those nervous feelings on both ends. Like both of them was nervous when they finally opened up about their feelings and finally decided to pursue getting to know each other. What I like too is it wasn't the typical dynamic play or the typical role play that you see when this trope is introduced. What I liked was that Mackenzie spoke up about her feelings first. I feel like a lot of times you'll see the male main character in the book. He'll be like, "I'm about to go ahead. I'm about to shut down her relationship with this other dude. I'm about to sit here and let them know, like, yeah, she's mine. Fall back." And the whole time it was Mackenzie that finally told him, like, "Listen, I just need you to be quiet. Let me get this up off my chest about how I feel about you." Her presentation of her feelings was so beautiful. My boy Trey was moved to tears. Now, as the story continues on, they are now like, I'm blushing hard. I'm blushing hard. As the story moves on, they are like 25, 26. Now, Trey is working in his family construction company. What I love too is seeing generational wealth in books outside of just the trope of like, my daddy was a hustler and drug dealer, then he became a drug kingpin, and now this is what I'm doing. They have a legit business. And to see Black people thriving in books like this is so beautiful because as Trey is working in the family business, he's also a very good, I want to say he was an engineer outside of it being a construction business. I don't know, maybe engineers coming to my mind for whatever reason. I feel like he had a very good balance on his love life, but also things that were going on at work. He allowed Mackenzie Mack to also thrive as a person. Mack had a experience at the very beginning of this book where when they were in, I want to say it was middle school, Mackenzie's cycle had came on for the first time. And at first I was listening to the book with the assistive reader. The way that Trey showed up and helped her in an embarrassing moment, I truly thought it was a female friend at first. At first I was like, wait, is this like an LGBTQ story? Like, is this a lesbian friend lover story? But then when I picked it back up, I'm like, hold up, this is Trey coming through with the support like this. What I loved is how patient he was with her as well, because she is a virgin throughout this book. I want to say it was like at 26 is when she finally started saying, I don't know if I'm ready. I might be ready. I don't know. I liked seeing that because not everybody is popping cat at 21, 22, 23. Some people are really holding on, and it might not even be for a religious reason. For her, it really seemed like she had her heart set on him. But at the same time, she wanted to move at her own pacing. And I think sometimes people do think, like, when you say, I'm not drinking or I'm not having sex or I'm not smoking, oh, is it for religious reasons? Sometimes people just are holding out because they're holding out. Sometimes people just aren't drinking because they're just not drinking. Now, there is a character in this book. This young man saw Mackenzie and off rip, he just knew. I'm going to have her. She's going to be interested in me. I played for the NFL. Who wouldn't want a brother like me? Mackenzie was kind to him. The problem is sometimes when you are kind to men that are used to having everything, when you let them know, like, hey, boss, this is a strictly professional relationship. This is none of that. Like, we're not, I didn't reach out to you or give you my number because I was interested in dating you. Some men cannot handle that. Some men truly cannot handle that. There was a situation with a celebrity, this was like 5, 6 years ago, with the Kiki Palmer situation, where she was like, y'all, that man made me feel uncomfortable. And since he was so many people's favorite R&B singer, people were like, well, why would he have to force you? He got all these women throwing themselves at him. Why would he have to force you to sit here and try and be intimate or to make you feel uncomfortable? Some men truly cannot handle that rejection because they're so used to so many people telling them, yes. I felt so bad because Mackenzie told him several times, sir, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. My boy start, and he's not even my boy, y'all boy. I want to say y'all boy. Start stalking Mackenzie bad. Not only sending stuff to her, popping up where she's at, calling and texting, sending emails, uploading pictures of them together as if they're in a whole relationship, and the tabloids are eating it up like it's out of a 5-star restaurant. I think I found out recently reading a book there's no such thing as a 5-star restaurant. Years. Um, but some I'm just not reading as much anymore. So I'll see y'all in the next book review. Was it no such thing as a 5-star restaurant or no such thing as a 5-star hotel? It was one of the two. I read somewhere and they were like, yeah, that's not even technically a thing, but a lot of us be saying it. The point is, the tabloids was eating it up. All right. They were all over it, like how we were all somewhat excited when Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj got into a relationship. It's now interfering with Mackenzie's real relationship and her real life. Because when Trey sees it, his first thought, and rightfully so, is, so this what you've been doing? This 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 is what we have going on. This this was crazy. This book was crazy. I really, really enjoyed it. I felt so bad for Mackenzie because this person is so infatuated with her. It's not even funny. Let me know what other books I should be checking out by this author. I know this author has other books that are available on Amazon, Kindle Unlimited. And I'm super excited because, like I said, I've been committed to trying out different authors. I am not going to just keep reading the same books by the same authors, and I've never been that way. But I'm putting even more so forth and effort this year of I want to try more authors that have different narratives going. I know I'm tired of reading certain books, so I'm migrating away from reading certain genres. You can always still hire me on my website, allsbrooks.com, to market and promote your book for you. But I do know that there are some genres where I'm like, I think that was great in my early teenage years, my late teenage years.